a look.
There's always something strange.
Hey!
Bitch, wake the fuck up. Oh, come on. Oh, Jesus Christ! Right when I glanced away.
Win.
Told you you'd win. Fucking, you didn't win. Fucking Jesus. Ow. Alright. It's okay. Climb, Spidey girls. Climb. Shake that booty up higher. Higher. We need to be up on the top. We need to be the peak of power. Alright, let's do this. That shit did a ton of damage, by the way. You're a little bit closer. Oh, for the fuck of lords. Take it down now. Or not. Huh. Damn. Now I'm hurting. Alright. So a little bit of ramble time. I'm going to ramble on real quick for a while. Number one ramble. I think I finally fixed the desync problem. But I might not have, I'm not sure. Who knows? I don't care if I'm coughing. Usually I cover myself or turn the mic off. But it might not. Ooh. Ooh. Let's get this.
Wind blade. Yeah, yeah.
Amber, handle it.
Go, go, Baron Bunny!
Blow it up. Ha 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 ha. Alright. So what was I talking about? Rambles. So I guess I should explain what the fuck is going on. So this video might not even be up there, but if it does come up, well, you guys would be watching it. In my last videos, Jesus, fucking, yeah, like 21 parts out before this. And it was all because I broke down two huge ass videos. One was a 5-hour one and the other one was like a 2.5 hour. And I just broke them into parts. Oh dude, I wonder if I can kill that fish. Get it! No! I don't want to drown. Anywho, breaking down all those. And after that, I realized there was syncing issues. So, and when I mean sinking, I don't mean S-I-N-K. Like I'm...
Get ready for the gliding champion of Mondstadt.
Bro, you be talking too much. I just realized that if this video does go up, you guys are going to hear me cough and hack and all kinds of shit. And it just sounds awful. And, shit. It's not like I'm not going to edit that shit out either. But anyways, this video is literally going to be me. How the fuck do I get back up there? Talking about what's going on and if this actually works and it doesn't desync, then I'll talk about, I'll actually start doing some good shit. But because I don't know if this is gonna desync or not, there's bird eggs up there. I'm going to not do anything important in this video. So if you're not looking for that kind of shit, or you're not wondering what the fuck I'm rambling about, then I suggest to just skip it. Oh, this is not gonna work, is it? Ah, my fucking lord. Can you break these? Why can't I climb up that way? God damn it. Spidey boy, you're not supposed to be like this. Alright, let's try this again. Over here coughing up a lung too. Let's see. So to go on the rambles, as I was saying, I was having major issues with the video and the audio desyncing. But as I was looking it up, everyone's like, "Oh, Shadowplay, it desyncs. It's Shadowplay's fault." And you're like, "Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I use Shadowplay, but the problem is I've never had Shadowplay desync ever. The whole time I've ever played. This is the first game ever that would have done it. So I thought that was a little odd." And I didn't know what to really, like, I didn't know what to think about it. So, and then I thought, well, I guess it's got to be Shadowplay, because when I googled it, that's all you fuckers said in Google. Oh, it's definitely Shadowplay for desyncing. Gotta be. Can't be anything else. Even though I was like, well, it's kind of weird. Hey Amber. Nope, that's not Amber.
Cool it.
But that'll work. Ha! Nice try, bitch. Boop. So anyways, I then went into this big thing like, oh, it must be Shadowplay, and they're like, oh, just use Handbrake and get Handbrake and it'll fix everything.
Windblade.
It can sync back up your stuff. Well, I tried it, and then I tried using it on it, and guess what? It didn't fucking it didn't sync it back up. Like, nothing was working, and I'm like, I don't understand what's going on. So then I got, I don't know, 3 other programs that I went through. I went through a lot. I went through another one like something, and then I even bought a program at one point. Luckily it was on sale because I wasted that money. Well, I mean, if it ever does come up and the actual audio desync, that's the correct way that desyncs, I now have an actual program for it. But the thing is when everyone was talking about their shit desyncing, they're talking about the audio was slower than the video because of the whole, it's got a variable frame rate versus consistent frame rate. So I know a lot about this shit now because I have spent hours and hours and hours and hours doing research. So Shadowplay does variable frame rate, which means if you're at 60, you might drop every once in a while, and it just kind of works with it. Sounds good, but the problem is that literally no editing program except for Sony Vegas does variable editing with variable frame rates. Everything else is constant frame rate. So that's where the syncing comes in, is because Handbrake and the rest of them basically add in extra frames to make sure that the audio stays in sync with the frames. So if you drop a frame, when you drop a frame versus the audio ends up becoming slower than the video, because the video is still running at fast frames, or I'm sorry, reverse it. So if the video drops frames, it becomes slower. So that's how uh, well, I mean, like, it has less frames. So when it drops frames, it actually, technically, it's like cropping a video slightly by just a couple milliseconds or a second or two. So then you see all the video starts to get faster, and the audio then becomes laggy. It's behind. And that's not what was happening with mine. And basically all the synchronized programs, whether it be Handbrake or whatever the fuck you get, they just, hell, I even found out that you can do a command prompt on it and type in a command, and Windows will do that shit for you. Like, it's in Windows command, and it can, hey, a Firefly, I've never found one of those. And give me another one. But with those, you can, it basically, when it drops frames, because it shortens the video and the audio then becomes laggier or longer, it, to make it up for it, it realizes when the frames drop. So if you're running at 60 frames per second like I do, you then, it then will add in extra frames, and all it does will literally just add a frame in of, like, standing here. It'll be a freeze frame of a second one, or maybe a multiple, but they're so fast because they're milliseconds, you'll never know unless you're taking it in the editing program and literally breaking it down frame by frame. So it doesn't hurt the quality of the video any, but you then sync back up with the audio. My problem was it was the opposite. So what was happening with mine is that the video was not dropping frames at all. But for some reason, can I get that? Oh. But for some reason, oh, I can't get it. The audio was faster. So it was almost like the frame, it was almost like it was adding frames to the video for some reason. So, like, even though I wasn't adding any extra frames to it, making the video longer, it was almost like the game was doing it unintentionally somehow, which that didn't make any sense. So, dove back into the web of the internet and started, when I realized that it was the opposite, I started searching and refining my search a little bit more. Took out the whole I'm recording on Shadowplay, because that's the only fucking thing it comes up with when you do Shadowplay is, oh, well, it's gotta be this. So I started looking it up and refining. And I hear boss music, but I don't know where. Down there, maybe? Anyways, as I refined it, I found out that the only time that really happens, and it can happen on, like, computers, DVDs, other things, is, say you're doing 4K. By the way, I have a 4K monitor, so that's what's going on. Hey, look, it's a chest. I'll take some pills. And sometimes, specifically in 4K or anything higher, which I don't know anyone that has 8K or anything, but I guess potentially someone might. When you have it in higher, it's, what the fuck is this? Oh, I know what this is. This is where that chest was, and I had to hit it with fire. My bad. Anywho, the computer or processor, and this happens mostly in TVs, actually, with, like, audio issues. So, like, if you're at a home theater system and you're watching TV, and all of a sudden you notice the audio is kind of off versus the video, and it seems to be you're hearing the audio faster than you're seeing the video for some reason. It's because it's in such high resolution, the computer or processing chips of the TV, computer in my case, or whatever, isn't rendering the video fast enough to keep up with the audio, because the audio renders faster than any video. Like, it's just, it's audio. That shit doesn't change. So I then had to figure out, what the fuck do I do when my video is actually being rendered too slow versus the audio? So, and then, okay, so, and just to let you know, I have a GPU that is a fucking GTX 3090. So I know it's not the fucking GPU. But, I'm like, how the hell could it be rendering slower? That doesn't make any sense because I have a Titan powerhouse of a fucking 3090. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. So I then looked in and I'm like, okay, this also is only happening on Genshin Impact. And I don't understand why the lag is so fucking bad sometimes. So I started looking. God damn it, I always do that. I started looking into maybe Genshin is the problem and not my recording systems. So when I started looking into it, lo and behold, I found out Genshin Impact, the way they made this game, is heavily CPU related, aka your processor, and not your GPU or graphics card. So because of that, if you have a not so great CPU, that may be me. I may have a slight bottleneck going on. I mean, in full disclosure, it's a Ryzen 7, 2700, 2700, is that how you say that? 2700. Anyways, it's old. It's not even in the 3000 series yet. Yeah, it's a Ryzen 7, but it's okay. It's not horrid, but it's definitely not a huge powerhouse processor. So I have a little AMD Ryzen 7 2700, and then things started clicking, and I'm like, wait, if this runs on CPU, this actually might be a thing of it's not rendering fast enough for me. So the first thing I did is, I'll be honest with you, I build PCs and do all kinds of shit, but I hardly ever fuck with overclocking. I'm just lazy like that. Don't really want to take the time into it and all this other stuff. Which, as someone who games a lot and builds PCs, that's pretty much like about as taboo as you fucking can get because you don't overclock shit. But that's me. So, sorry, I got a message from somebody and I started reading. But anyways, I then was like, oh, so I started reading into it. And sure enough, this thing is a CPU hog. It's a very big hog. I was watching people like show it and all this other stuff and started taking hints on stuff. But I really didn't want to lose the quality of this game. So, at least as long as this doesn't desync currently, this is still rendering at the highest fucking graphics I have, and at 60 frames, with VSync on, and all the other shit. And just everything is on high. Just, you know, whatever. And I'm hoping it doesn't desync, because otherwise then, whatever. But, long story short, actually no, this is going to be a long story, because this is my ramble video. Ooh, give me the fucking crap! Oh, I got him. I didn't want to lose any of the quality. I didn't want to have to change settings and put it on low. I mean, yeah, it's probably not going to phase a whole lot. Like if you take down shadows, trust me, I've played Monster Hunter World enough that I know it doesn't really mess with shit. I'm gonna just burn the ass. And knowing that, hey, don't disappear on me, girl. I went to my BIOS and decided maybe I should do the thing that I never do and overclock this bitch. Which is exactly what I did. So now I went in there, and since I was basically running at half my CPU, and I was running half my RAM, which my RAM I'm pretty decent on, you know, 32 gigs is decent. And I was running at like half the mileage on that and half the mileage. Now, to be fair, even most people will tell you that the AMD fucking motherboards are a bitch in the BIOS. They're kind of confusing. So that took me a little bit of research as well to figure out how to fucking overclock, because I'm used to Intel, and this is like my first Ryzen and AMD processor, so that was a fun switch over in the BIOS, and I had to relearn shit, and like, hey! I circled! I legit just circled all the way around. Anyways, so now that I've fucking maxed out my actual, oh god, no, oh no, oh, you fucking, no, it's gonna be gone, isn't it? Oh no, it's not gone. Hey, I got it. I then turned it back on, put it on full screen, which that was the other thing. Windowed apparently is actually harder than it is fucking full screen. I don't really understand that, but okay. I still don't get that because technically full screen you're using more pixels and other things, but whatever. Apparently for some reason when you use native fucking thing, aka full screen, it renders easier on the monitor and CPU and GPU, all of them. Like everybody tells you if you're having laggy issues to fucking get on your goddamn resolution and full screen that bitch to whatever your native fucking monitor is. And don't question it. I'm gonna blow everybody up. Nope, too late, fucker. Bitch. So that's been my full story, pretty much. Carrot for a bunny.
Hey, get him.
Fuck y'all. Sorry, I just stopped talking because I just wanted to kill him. You know. Whatever. A boom boom barrel. How the fuck did that not blow up? Ah, whatever. Going like this. Thank you. I don't want to cook. Not right now. But so I overclocked everything and put it back in, and lo and behold, I tested once already without me actually talking, just with the sounds to see if it would desync. After about 13 minutes or something of a video, and nothing happened. By the way, these and my other videos, this came up on my last video that I wasn't really showing, and these fuckers actually, yeah, I figured out how to blow them up. I thought they were arrows, and I was talking to my friend, and I was like, oh, I figured it out, and she decided to inform me that, no, I'm also still wrong. It's not the arrows, it's because it's fire. So, technically, out of this whole blind playthrough, that is the first time I got fucking help on this game. Kinda, sorta. I got it kinda right. I got it like halfway right, I guess. Give me that crab. The golden crab.
That's more like it.
Why is it more like it? Anywho. So, this has been my ramble video.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Keep talking, bitch. Ooh. And, I'm probably going to stop here in a second just to see if it's been going on long enough. I haven't really paid attention to how long I've been talking, but luckily when I ramble like this, shit goes by faster, because when I was playing this with no audio, with me not talking, I'm like, oh, I've definitely been playing for a while now, for sure, definitely. And I go to look and I'm like, it's been 11 minutes. I thought for sure I've played for like an hour, and apparently I haven't. So, yeah, that was something that was kind of like, I guess things go faster when I'm just talking about what I'm seeing. I don't think this should hurt, but the longer it goes, I'm hoping shit will break down maybe. But I've also been keeping up my task manager on the side, my other screen, because yeah, I got dual monitors, and watching closely on the CPU and GPU. And right now, so far, the GPU's been doing heavier handling than the fucking CPU, which is good. I'd rather that happen. And I also put this on high priority, so that if I have anything else running in the background, which I usually do, that maybe, just maybe, this will take priority over that, so it will render quicker and I don't have that fucking audio thing again. Wow, man. So do they just respawn after you exit and come back? Because these dudes I've definitely killed before. I'm kind of curious now. But I don't see the chests. Huh. Do they share the level experience? Like, I haven't figured that out either. I guess that's not very important, but so definitely the items respawn, but I don't see the chest with these guys. Oh wait, there was a chest over by that dude right there before. Let's go check that and then I'll stop recording. Check the fucking video. See if shit's broken or not. I've seen it. I've seen slight lag hit a couple of times, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Yeah. Maybe there wasn't a chest?
Disappear.
Bye, bitches. Oh, did you get caught in that? I got a firefly. Oh, another firefly. God damn it, I did it again. Let's have a arrow off. I moved it over too far. Look, I shoot a lot better when it's mouse and keyboard, but this shit is, I'm playing on a controller. And, I guess that's not much of an excuse. I know a lot of people that are really good on the controller. I used to be really good on the controller, but it's just, I've gotten so used to using the mouse now. It takes a little bit for me to adjust my shooting skills. And if you've seen me play Destiny, I play that shit with a mouse and keyboard before anybody fucking says anything about, oh, you shoot really well on that compared to this. Though I'm pretty sure most people would be like, you suck really hard on that compared to this. But, anywho, let's, oh wait, let's do this. This would be the final check. Oh, look, I got an achievement. Anytime I do this, this is one of the easiest ways for me to tell if it's desynced, because I can hear the beeps and watch the arrow like instantly. Let's get this achievement. I'll let you guys see this. Wind chasing treasure hunter. I've got to claim it. Got to get it right now. Yes. And I'll leave you with that.